So I've recently been working on a new collection called I Don't Want to Talk About It. And if I tell you what it's about, then I'll be going against the title, right? Such a joyful process doing art because like even if it doesn't work, it makes something. So there's always like a fulfillment with every piece that you make. And of course there's always the moments of anger when nothing is happening, you know? Yeah. How did I start is actually really difficult to remember because even when I was a kid, I used to like run into my dad's office and like steal the paper that was in the printer to like draw things. And I think I've just always been drawing, but of course my father also was an artist when he was young, so there was like a lot of influence from his side as well. In university I was studying architecture, and I kind of liked how like architecture helps you understand the concept of design. So it's like you have to really explore how things come together and what everything is saying. And I feel like that studying influenced my practice a lot because before that I used to make art that was like, it was like pretty, but it didn't really say much. It was just something to look at. After going through that, and then of course my experience with the Kampala Art Biennale, where we had a lot of great mentors. It also helped me to understand more of how to communicate and how to use like art elements to like basically bring out your concept the way you would use design elements in architecture. The kind of art that I do is it falls under what you call figurative abstract. So of course figurativism is using the human body, the human figure in the art. And the abstract nature of things is like you don't stick to like the realism. So the figurative abstract, when I do that, it's mostly because I want to say things that I don't really say. Like I want to explore like an emotion or like an idea, yeah? So when I do that, how the design kind of aspect comes along is I use a lot of symbolism. Like for example, if I've done a piece and it has, let's say, a flower, and it just won't be any flower, I'll have like done my research, I'll know that symbolism in different cultures and it will be something that is saying something. So it's like every single element is there by choice and nothing is there like just to be there, you know? The digital art I do is not what you would traditionally also call digital art, because digital artists are on the same level as normal artists because they literally draw on a computer and it takes just as much time. So I use a technique called photo manipulation, and you get like a huge, well not huge, you get any number of images that you would like and you piece them together. Like you can use different filters, you can cut it out and, you know, just lay them over each other until they make the image that you want. And what's interesting about like using the photo manipulation for me is that that's not the end of the piece, because I usually print it out and then I paint on top of it. Sometimes I start by sketching in the process, and this is mostly just like to figure out how everything sits and where it goes. And some of them, like the sketch is the final product, and some of them it's like they become something else. Some of them become like series that are conceptual, like these 3 are a set that are going in a poetry book. Usually this is my way of like sketching out what I want the concept to look like and keeping the ideas together. And sometimes you just keep them like really small and fast so that you remember what it is, and then you can like execute it later. I have a lot of kind of like jobs, I would say, so I rarely get time to practice. So when I do, it's like really a moment of feeling like I'm really back where I'm happiest. Yeah, I really wish that there was more of like a local market for artwork, because a lot of us in Jinja, we struggle with the line between going to commercial and actually pursuing like a career, because you need to survive, so you tend to go towards the more commercial side. I think we just need to keep doing what we're doing, keep forming our collectives and keep working together in partnerships, you know, across all the creative fields and organizations.